Already I uploaded a video on total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue under perfect competition. The link is given in the description. Those who want shall view that video also. In this tutorial, we shall study the behavior of the total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue under imperfect competition. We shall do it numerically first and then graphically. Let us develop a demand schedule first. Under imperfect competition, a seller reduces the price in order to sell more. Based on this table, we shall calculate total revenue, average revenue and marginal revenue. Total revenue is quantity times price. Then, total revenue for different quantities are 0, 10, 18, 24, 28, 30, 30, 28 and 24. Average revenue is quantity over total revenue. Average revenue cannot be calculated for 0 quantity. Hence, we put a dash there. Average revenue for other outputs are 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 and 3. Marginal revenue is present total revenue, that is total revenue of n units minus previous total revenue, that is total revenue of n minus 1 units. Marginal revenue for 0 quantity cannot be calculated. So, here also we put a dash mark. Let us calculate marginal revenue for the first unit. The present total revenue is 10 rupees. The previous total revenue is 0. 10 minus 0, 10. This way we have to calculate the marginal revenue for other quantities. The values are 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, minus 2 and minus 4. It is an inclusive table containing 4 schedules. Demand schedule is given by price and quantity columns. Total revenue and quantity columns constitute total revenue schedule. Average revenue and quantity columns form average revenue schedule. Marginal revenue and quantity columns give marginal revenue schedule. Well, what is it that we have to understand from this table? 1. Total revenue increases when more quantity is sold. It increases at a decreasing rate. Here, the rate of increase keeps on falling. When a seller increases sales from 1 unit to 2 units, the total revenue increases from 10 rupees to 18 rupees. Total revenue increases by 8 rupees. Again, when the seller increases his sales to 3 units, the total revenue increases from 18 rupees to 24 rupees. Total revenue increases by 6 rupees. Thus, as more units are sold, total revenue increases but at a decreasing rate. Whenever you want to check the rate of increase of total revenue, look at the marginal revenue column. Marginal revenue shows the rate of increase of total revenue. 2. Average revenue keeps on falling. It is the same as price. Whatever be the market form, average revenue is always equal to price. 3. Marginal revenue also falls. It falls faster than average revenue. 4. Average revenue schedule is the same as demand schedule. Now, we shall represent these schedules in the form of a graph. We shall fix the demand curve first. Since a seller sells more by reducing the price, the demand curve slopes downward. It is the same as average revenue curve. Since marginal revenue falls faster than average revenue, we shall fix marginal revenue curve below the average revenue curve. We shall examine the relation between average revenue and marginal revenue first. 1. When average revenue falls, marginal revenue is less than average revenue. Marginal revenue curve lies below the average revenue curve. 2. When average revenue falls, marginal revenue falls faster than average revenue. 3. Marginal revenue can be zero and even becomes negative. But average revenue is always positive because price can never become zero or negative. 4. When marginal revenue is zero, corresponding to the point on average revenue curve, the elasticity of demand is unitary. To its left, elasticity is less than 1 and to its right, elasticity is greater than 1. 5. When average revenue is linear and slopes downward, marginal revenue lies exactly in between the y-axis and average revenue curve, or at equidistance from y-axis and the average revenue curve. Now we shall fix the total revenue curve. As the quantity sold increases, the total revenue increases first. After reaching the maximum, it falls. As average revenue and marginal revenue are different, we shall discuss the relation between total revenue and marginal revenue first. 1. When marginal revenue falls and positive, total revenue increases at a decreasing rate. 2. When marginal revenue is zero, total revenue is maximum. 3. When marginal revenue is negative, total revenue falls. We shall turn to study the relation between total revenue and average revenue now. 1. The rising part of the total revenue curve corresponds to that segment of the average revenue curve where elasticity is greater than 1. So, we can say, so long the total revenue is increasing, the product commands relatively elastic demand. 2. The maximum point of total revenue corresponds to point E on the average revenue curve where elasticity is unitary. So, when total revenue is maximum, the elasticity of the good is equal to 1. 3. The falling part of total revenue curve corresponds to that segment of average revenue curve where elasticity is less than 1. So, we can say when total revenue is decreasing, the product commands relatively inelastic demand. Well, our lesson ends here. We shall meet again. Please write your comment in the comment section. Before we conclude, try the following true or false type questions. When average revenue falls, marginal revenue is less than average revenue. If your answer is true, you are right. When marginal revenue is zero, total revenue is minimum. If your answer is false, you are correct.